Hi everybody, it's Peter Bird here from Optimal Nutritional Excellence. Just a quick check-in really. It's coming up to Christmas. It's a couple of weeks away now, and I just want to wish everyone a safe and happy Christmas, New Year break. I hope that everything's going okay. It's a time of the year that can be, it can amplify various situations, can't it? You know, the good, bad and the indifferent. So I'm wishing that you're able to breathe in and breathe out, and that you can move through this time of the year and enjoy it. That you can avoid people that maybe overindulging or that have a negative influence on you. We can't choose our family, and we can choose our friends, but sometimes we're thrust together in family environments that we all come from different backgrounds. In my experience, there's no perfect families, and we all have our challenges. So certainly from my perspective, I grew up in an environment where my father was quite brutal. He was violent. He was emotionally abusive. And so I grew out of that environment. And my early first few years were one of seeing the world as a hostile place and a dangerous place. And it caused me to have anxiety and depression. And I battled with that for a long, long time, many, many years actually. I just felt too ashamed to speak about my anxiety. And I know now that that was that was kind of how I was brought up, that you need to be a man, you need to be strong, you don't show weakness. And of course, I carried that legacy and I suffered from that. The amazing thing was that when I did ask for help, and it was with my doctor actually, I was not a young man either. I was in my 50s, and I'd suffered from low-grade dysthymia or low-grade depression and anxiety for years. It just sort of felt like my life just had a wet blanket over it, and I always felt kind of separate from people. And sometimes I'd be waking up in the morning and my heart would be thumping, and I'd have to force myself to get out of bed and confront the day. And when I went to my GP, I guess I was desperate. And I talked to my GP and I just said, look, this is what's happening to me. And the first thing he said was that he gets that too, and that he gets that in certain situations. And there was this immense relief within me that here was this man, this high-functioning man that I'd known for a long, long time, and he'd brought my children into the world. I'd known my doctor for a long time, and I showed my vulnerability, and he expressed his history to me as well. And there was some sort of connection and some sort of, as I say, there was some sort of relief in that. And that was the beginning of change. That was the beginning of me now today, not having those feelings in the morning, being able to walk into the day, be able to be the person that I fully want to be able to live my life on a complete level, being able to fully engage, not feel like a passenger in life, not feel like an observer in life. And a large part of that was 13 years ago when I changed my diet, and I felt better on every level when I moved to a whole food plant-based diet. And we know now that in the last few years, and especially in the last 3, 4, 5 years, the microbiome, or our gut bacteria, the sort of 40-odd trillion microbiome bacteria in our gut, have a huge influence on our mental well-being. But 90% of serotonin, maybe even a little bit more, is made in our gut. That's the happy hormone. That about 50% of dopamine is made in our gut. So what's really, really important, moving into holiday period where it's kind of potentially high stress, it's not all happy families, is it? It's great if it is, but it's not always happy families, and it can be, this time of the year can be particularly stressful. So if you're moving into this time of the year, be mindful of what you eat. Be mindful to feed your microbiome, those bacteria in your gut that they want to help you with your mental health. And they feed on fiber. They feed on plants. They don't feed on animal protein. They don't flourish on ultra processed foods. They flourish on fiber. So diversity of plants, lots and lots of color. Eat the rainbow. Eat 30 to 35 to 40 different varieties of plants in a week. But just be mindful as you're coming into this time of the year that when there's far more food around, far more ultra processed foods, far more animal protein, far more alcohol around, and that just be mindful, especially if your mental health is if you're suffering with mental health issues. So that's me. I just wanted to say hi. It's just a quick check-in. I really do wish you a very Merry Christmas, a very restful Christmas and New Year period, and we'll see you all again in a little while. Thank you. Bye.